A beloved real estate agent kidnapped on the job.
All of us realized Mom had been taken.
And a cryptic text message only heightened the mystery.
This relief really just turned to complete horror.
Did you think you could find her in enough time to save her life?
You gotta tell yourself, she's still alive, and you do everything you can.
Hi, I'm Nancy O'Dell. Today's Crime Exposé takes us to Scott, Arkansas, located just outside the capital of Little Rock. It was here, surrounded by rolling hills and beautiful lakes, that a successful real estate agent vanished without a trace. The shocking clues left behind at the scene ignited an intense investigation to find her and ramped up a wave of concerns over realtor safety. It was September the 24th, on a beautiful fall evening, when a call came into the police department from Carl Carter.
His wife did not come home after work.
Carl explained his wife Beverly was a successful real estate agent. At around 6 that evening, she had called to let him know a couple had contacted her about buying a home.
So she decided to go show the house since it was on her way home. So I think around 9, he started thinking, where is she at? She's not answering the phone.
He immediately called his son, Carl Jr.
I received a phone call kind of late into the evening from my dad, and he was concerned. He said, that he kind of explained that Mom had been working late showing a property, but she wasn't responding to his phone calls and his text, and I could just hear the worry in his voice, and that was just odd to me because Dad's really not a worrier, because she had told him where she would be showing property that day. So I encouraged him to go over to that property, and I would drive over to my mom's real estate office, see if she was there, perhaps, with these clients writing a contract and usual real estate. And, my dad arrived upon this scene of this house.
He was shocked by what he saw.
It was a house that had been, sitting for a very long time. There was no utilities, but the front door was wide open. My mom's car was there. No sign of my mom. She was just gone and vanished. Something very, very odd was going on.
Investigators took the missing persons report seriously and searched the empty house for clues.
There was no blood. There was no, obvious signs of struggle. You could tell somebody had been in there, but you just didn't know exactly what had happened.
While CSI technicians dusted for prints, a disturbing clue was found outside.
I saw a tire track that looked like it had backed up to the front door.
More alarm bells were raised when detectives unlocked Beverly's car and found her purse still inside.
There's no way a woman is just going to leave her purse in a car. It's got her ID in it, her money, her credit cards.
And was there other evidence you found in the car?
A notebook. It looked like something that a realtor would have been writing. It had addresses of houses, showings.
While investigators combed through the notebook, they questioned Beverly's husband of 35 years, wondering if he had fabricated her missing persons report.
Really know what kind of marital issues they have. I don't know if they're having financial issues. But we know that he was the last one that we could prove that spoke with her. So we wanted to get him separated and get him to our office so we could start, digging into his background. Did he have a life insurance policy? Could that be a reason? If he wasn't involved, does he know who did? Did he pay somebody to do it?
But authorities couldn't poke any holes in his statement.
Typically, if somebody's got something to hide, they're going to lie to you left and right. And Carl came in and he spilled his guts about everything in their past without me even having to ask, really. He told everything.
So at first, did you feel like investigators thought your dad may have had something to do with your mom's disappearance?
Based upon, every crime show we had ever seen, that, you start by looking at those closest to the victim. So often that is the spouse. And yet words feel so empty where, I'm talking to detectives and I'm like, look, I know this looks bad, but don't waste any time investigating down that path because that will detract from what you should be investigating. So it was tough. Thankfully, they ruled Dad out as a suspect pretty quickly.
Beverly's vibrant spirit had always been the glue that kept the family together.
She was short in stature, but very, very big in personality. She had the biggest, brightest smile. She truly had such a warmth and a presence that filled a room.
As one of the top real estate agents in the state, Beverly always went above and beyond to find each client the home of their dreams.
Real estate is a tough industry, and she made it look easy. She loved it. She would talk to me about people that she had met through real estate transactions. It was beautiful to hear my mom talk about working with people. She was just loving it and eating it up.
Then, within hours of Beverly's disappearance, her family felt a flash of relief when a text message came in.
Dad begins yelling that Mom was texting him. It said that she was out having drinks with friends. It was in that moment that this excitement, this relief, really just turned to complete horror. Even though it was terrifying to know that she had been taken, there was peace in knowing that she was close by.
50-year-old Beverly Carter had vanished without a trace. As detectives, friends, and family looked for her, a text from Beverly's phone came through, which changed everything. So what was it about the text that was so shocking?
She doesn't drink, so that was a dead giveaway. There was no doubt that she had been abducted.
All of us realized that not only had Mom, been taken, that she had been taken by someone that was bold enough to grab her cell phone and to pretend to be her. I mean, there truly is something to that mindset where you're like, this could never happen to me, and certainly this could never happen to my sweet mom.
Detectives quickly pinpointed the location of her cell phone.
You could hear them working together to start the process of seeing, where her cell phone might have been used, which cell tower was it pinging, and I heard that it was pinging not far at all from where we were.
It sends out a ping, a signal about every 15 seconds to the nearest cell phone tower, and it will triangulate that GPS coordinate and it can pinpoint where that phone is at.
So that must have been a relief. You thought you found the location of the phone.
It stops just south of Little Rock at a commuter parking lot.
As investigators raced to the parking lot, it was painfully clear to Beverly's family that every second counted.
Even though it was terrifying to know that she had been taken, there was peace in knowing that she was close by. And seeing, all these detectives kind of rush to go see if they could find any sign of anything near the cell tower. And that did instill some hope. But then starts this, this whole process of who in the world has taken her and why. There's this clock in the back of my mind about the importance of finding a missing person within that first 24 hours. There is this panic associated with it, and you feel so helpless, and it was just wildly confusing and scary and surreal, worried about where she could be, hoping that she was safe and comfortable.
So did you think you could find her in enough time to save her life?
There was a great sense of urgency try to locate her. You got to tell yourself, she's still alive, and you do everything you can, as fast as you can.
Time just keeps going, and knowing that statistically the outcome was looking more and more grim.
50-year-old real estate agent Beverly Carter had been abducted, and detectives were triangulating the last known location of her cell phone.
Last cell phone ping was south of Little Rock at a commuter lot, and I noticed that when I got there, the phone was off.
Whoever had taken Beverly had turned off her cell phone. Detectives could no longer track Beverly's location.
It's just kind of like or the wind coming out of your sail. It's just like, where do we go from here?
As the minutes ticked by, Beverly's family began to fear the worst.
Time just keeps going, and knowing that statistically the outcome was looking more and more grim.
Detectives located a neighbor who had seen another vehicle at the home with Beverly.
She said that she looked out her window and saw Beverly's car there, then saw a small black car there also. And originally it was pulled in beside Beverly's car facing the house. And she said just maybe 15 minutes later, she looked back out and saw the car that was backed into the driveway up to the door, which is where the tire track would have came from that I saw.
The neighbor provided a detailed description of the person.
Slender white male with short brown hair got out and opened the trunk. She didn't really think anything strange of it. She said there's been people over there look at the house before, so unfortunately she didn't look back out, but it was pretty good information.
And after digging into all the names Beverly had written in her notebook, detectives believed they had zeroed in on the prospective buyer she had planned on meeting that evening.
Stephen Crystal Adams, and it gave a phone number.
Detectives hoped the phone number would be the key to saving Beverly's life.
Ended up being a spoof number, which a spoof number is a number that you can download an app and you get assigned a phone number.
So could you find the person who signed up for that phone number?
Well, in order to get this app, you have to have a legitimate phone number, legitimate name, address, everything. But we got the search warrant back pretty quick, and it revealed that the account was created by Crystal Lowry. So we started digging into her and found out she was married to a guy named Aaron Lewis.
Detectives quickly rushed to the couple's home and observed a man who matched the witness's description walking outside towards his black car.
Slender, white male, short brown hair, matched the description. I knew right then, no doubt in my mind, he was the guy that took Beverly.
And as you approached him, what did he do?
He actually saw us, and then he jumped in his little black car and he fled. Actually ended up having an accident. He ended up had a busted face, his nose was bleeding.
With Aaron Lewis in custody, officers searched the couple's home, hoping to find Beverly, but she was nowhere to be found. They scoured the home for evidence.
And we found Beverly's phone inside their bedroom.
As detectives prepared for Lewis's interrogation, they took a close look at his background.
A career criminal. He'd been charged with several different crimes. He was a convicted felon. He'd been charged with a lot of thefts, a lot of burglaries.
He even admitted his crimes on social media. During questioning, at first, Lewis refused to talk. But when detectives turned up the pressure, Lewis finally revealed exactly how they had planned the abduction.
He said that he wanted a broker because he wanted to get somebody that was rich, and he Googled her, and she was the first person that came up. The reason they were going to kidnap her is to get ransom.
He said his wife, Crystal, was the one who called Beverly to set up the appointment.
Crystal had actually spoke with Beverly on the phone and assured her that she would be there that afternoon with Aaron because Beverly didn't want to go alone.
What did Aaron tell you had happened at the house?
Beverly showed up, asked about his wife, said, well, she had something come up, she couldn't make it. So they go into the house, and then he said he pulls out a flashlight taser that he has, he clicks it, he says, you're about to have a bad day. And he duct tapes her arms and her feet and puts duct tape over her mouth and takes her and puts her in the trunk.
He forced Beverly to record a ransom message they could send to her husband. They wanted Carl to provide the PIN code to Beverly's debit card. But their sinister plan quickly fell apart.
And they were going to go take her debit card and draw all the money out. It did not happen because when he kidnapped her and left the house, he left her wallet, left her purse that had her debit card in it. He had no way to draw money out, even if he had the PIN code.
So they decided to take Beverly to a concrete plant where Aaron once worked and murder her. Surveillance video picked up Aaron's image when he stopped at a store to buy a shovel.
He wrapped her head in duct tape, and she laid there and suffocated, and that was her cause of death. Crystal held the flashlight, and he dug a hole and put Beverly in it and covered her up.
It was a chilling confession.
I don't think you could get any more cold-blooded than this. Can't think of any worse way to die.
It was then Beverly's family heard the words no loved one should ever have to hear.
My mom was found by some very, very incredible detectives after several days of hard work. And news travels very, very fast. And news of my mom's body being found made its way to social media quicker than law enforcement could even make it to the family. I was fortunate. Some of my mom's real estate friends, they were awake in the middle of the night, They saw that on social media, and they gathered and they rushed to my house. And so at around 4 a.m., they arrived at my doorstep. And I'll never forget one of my mom's very best friends saying that my mom had been found. And I remember just kind of getting myself together quickly, because my next question to that agent was, which hospital? It just made sense to me that they would take her to a hospital to check her out, make sure that she was hydrated or, okay. And I remember saying, "Oh, honey, your mom's not alive." There's just the silence right after you receive news like that, and just complete disbelief, and really just more than anything, knowing what those last moments were like for her, and how afraid she must have been.
Their pain deepened even more when detectives found Beverly's ransom message that Aaron Lewis had recorded on his cell phone, but had never sent.
Carl, it's Beverly. I just want to let you know I'm okay. I haven't been hurt. Just do what he says, and please don't call the police. If you call the police, it could be bad. Just want you to know I love you very much.
How did you feel when you heard your mother's voice?
It was devastating, such sadness.
Aaron Lewis was convicted of capital murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. His former wife, Crystal Lowry, pled guilty and was sentenced to 30 years behind bars. Despite their convictions, nothing will ever replace Beverly's vibrant spirit that resonated with everybody who had the privilege to know her.
She was the one that kept our family together and pushed us to be a strong family and to do things together and to love one another. She really was the core piece of so many things. They took, for my kids, they took their favorite person. Of course, I lost my best friend. I miss her with all of my being, all of my heart.
After his mother's murder, Carl Carter Jr. turned his grief into action by launching the Beverly Carter Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to the safety of real estate professionals who work alone. Carl's mission is to provide safety awareness, tips, and resources to ensure all agents make it home to their families. And now, it's time for today's Safety Spotlight. If you are a real estate professional or frequently work alone, there are some precautions you can take to reduce your risk and improve your safety. Vet new clients online or through a background check before meeting with them. Avoid meeting new clients alone. Instead, take a colleague or friend along, and always let someone else know where you're going. Avoid wearing expensive jewelry that may make you a target for robbery. Consider taking self-defense classes, or carry a personal safety device like pepper spray, a stun gun, or a personal alarm. And trust your gut. If you have a funny feeling about a client, don't meet with them. These steps may seem like a lot to close the deal, but they may just save your life. For more information, you can go to beverlycarterfoundation.org, a nonprofit organization started by Beverly's son Carl that provides research, information, consulting, training, and support to those in the real estate industry. I'm Nancy O'Dell. For all of us here at Crime Exposé, please join us next time and stay safe.